Growing up, I didn't understand God's grace. Well, I was born in Arkansas, in a little podunk town called Jonesboro, and I was born Mormon. That's how I was pretty much raised. I moved to Missouri when I was 4 and continued going to church, and when I was 8 and a half, going on 9, my family hit our first kind of trial, I guess. My father was hunting, and he fell from a deer stand. The accident left him paralyzed. This whole entire experience, this first tragedy, my family experienced together, we really did become closer as a family. It was really hard, but it was like we were really strong at the same time. As much as you wanted to cry, you also wanted to fix it, to get better, and to help my dad. And then time went on, and my family was getting back into the groove of things, and my dad started to struggle with his identity. And then my parents divorced when I was 15, and the divorce really rocked my family. You're torn, your family's torn. You know, you had just gone through this huge tragedy. You come out unscathed, you felt really close to God, and then he's ripping this from you. You know, he's ripping your family apart, right? That's what you're thinking in your head. That's what I was telling myself. I just became very bitter towards religion in general, and God, and Jesus. Like I'd completely lost faith in everything. So during the divorce, I was in high school, living with my dad, and then my sister, Danielle, was in middle school, and she began to struggle a lot with, peers, authority at school, authority at home, and she just really struggled a lot with my dad's psychological and physical injuries. She got involved in some drugs, and she was involved with the wrong people, basically, and she was really lost. But she met her future husband, Andrew, and he introduced her to the gospel. And slowly my family could see that something was changing her. And I could just see the happiness in her. You could just tell, like, how could one person go from being so lost and so confused and so broken down to just a few months later having and appearing to have all the happiness in the world, to be joyful. And the way she interacted with people was different. She wasn't angry or mad at anyone. She had forgiven everything that had ever happened to her. And I just couldn't see how it was possible that she could have done this on her own. And that's what she was trying to tell me, that she didn't do it on her own. I just was so hardened and selfish that I was ignoring it. On July 25th, 2012, I received a call. My sister, Danielle, passed away in a car accident. And her 3-month-old baby, my niece, Vera Lynn, suffered a traumatic brain injury. We went to the hospital, Vanderbilt Hospital, and saw my niece, Vera Lynn, and didn't look like she was going to make it. My family soon discovered her cell phone, and we were able to pull pictures from her cell phone and kind of look at those, and there were 2 videos recorded on the cell phone. It was my sister singing and her beautiful face there, and it was like she was speaking to me, and it gave me so much calmness, and it was like all of my anger dissipated, and I just felt calm. And I felt like, okay, my family's gone through a lot, and we're going through this now, but just like every other time, just like every other trial we've been through, we're gonna get through this too. And I knew it was because of God. Even though I had denounced him and gone against him, and so many times, what I felt when I was in Tennessee erased that. But that's not when I felt like I was a Christian. After the funeral, I went home, went back to my daily things, and I just kept feeling this tug to try churches out, and was just really feeling called to follow him. So I ended up at the Journey through a friend, and I was at a particular sermon that really touched me, and I was just listening intently, and I could just feel in my heart, that I'm in the right place, and God is helping me. God is there for me. God is real. He has helped my family. He will be there for anything. And that his son is the reason why my sister ended her life in beauty instead of in destruction, because he saved her.